Greetings, humans. I'm Andre.
And I'm George.
And this is Who's.
And welcome back to the Windmill Full of Corpses.
I'm guessing this is about bomb alarms at night.
Yes.
Yes.
While you're trying to sleep.
Yes. Which I've been seeing on the news this morning and last night and last morning and the night before that. And I should stop watching the news so much because I'm not doing it in a way where I'm staying informed. I'm just doing it in a way where I'm panicking myself.
Well, this album will also help with that.
Yes, it will. I'm trying to follow the progression of the album, and in between the opening track, which is Preparing for War, we have
Prepared to Die.
Yeah. It is Prepared to Die, but it is Preparing for War, is what I meant.
Yes.
Then you have Flying the Black Flag, which is Going to War. Then you have Infinity of Horrors, which is like the continual history of human violence. That's kind of what that's about. Then you have Mechanical Chaos, which is drone warfare. And then you have They Murder Sleep, which is bomb warfare.
Yes.
Probably. That's kind of what I'm seeing happening so far.
So this album is basically all the warfares.
Yes.
Are you ready?
No. Because of course you're not. Because the bombs are coming, as we are about to hear. So ominous. Instant! Wow. Okay, that was brutal. And I don't mean that was brutal in sense of it was brutal music, because of course it was, because it's Shadow of Intent, but it was brutal to kind of think about and to go through the lyrics too. So
in terms of like the songwriting itself, I think my favorites so far were Mechanical Chaos and the title track, Imperium Delirium. But when it comes to the pure expressive value, I think I'm gonna go as far as to say that this is the best Shadow of Intent song ever. In terms of how well it expresses what it's trying to express.
I think so too. You know what I really liked about it? On the previous one, we were saying how it's got this sense of like a war breaking out and beginning. And when I saw this title, I thought it would be the same thing of, waking up bombs in the middle of the night. But it's like later into the album, and the song kicks off with again, wake up as the mind unravels. So it's like it's a thing that's been happening, right?
Yeah,
and it really gives the lyrics and the pace of the song really give this sense of like being in an iterative process of having to go through this every night, right?
Yeah, and how that just takes its toll on you over time.
Yeah.
Gets you more exhausted, gets you more demoralized, gets you more discouraged. And there was one line that I really liked. I don't remember where. Still coming to terms, this cannot be happening.
Yeah.
Sort of how
you can probably deny yourself that it happened 100 days in a row, but 101 might just be too much.
Yeah, something like that.
My favorite line was, and I am one of the trapped, but am not one of a few.
Yeah.
So that's like everyone goes down into bomb shelters, and everybody's trapped, but a few actually get hit. And every night you think of a couple more death ends, like, okay, next night it could be me. The probability is low every night, but cumulative over time, the probability is not that low, and it's only a matter of when. It's a reality everybody thinks in those situations.
That reminds me of a line from 8 Lives Down, from the song Angela, where it's about people being taken to a concentration camp, and it says, left, right, we'll never be alone. So it's like being marched there, and you're all piled together. So it's like, well, at least there's that silver lining. There's no more loneliness. There's no more technology-induced isolation by all of the privileges we have. That's the kind of stuff I think about when people complain that their internet addiction is causing them to isolate. I'm like, you could be with all your folks.
Yeah.
Do you prefer that?
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's a very good insight into like the psychological decay that comes with it all. And the way it was expressed instrumentally on top of the lyrics is what really got to me, because you have all the battering and all the parts of violence, but it is a bit slower. So it creates this sense of droning and monotony of like, I've gotten used to it in some way. Like, it's not new anymore. So there's that, and the melody choices. There's some of the best melodies I've heard in Shadow of Intent. They sound sad, tragic, heavy. They don't sound violent. It's like the violence is what's happening. The battering, the screams, the riffs, and then the guitar melody is what I'm feeling inside.
Yeah, I felt that a lot through the solo. The solo definitely had those kinds of melodies, just very beautiful but very like dark melodies, and it also had like a lot of these like sweeping looping lines, and I think some tapping lines that also give it this kind of spinning effect, which works with like what the song is describing of this happening night after night,
spiraling from sleep deprivation.
And I feel like in the previous song we checked out, we got 2 solos in that one, and they were all both very intense. When you do something like, you have to do that a lot in this genre, but when you change pace and do something like this, it's so much more memorable for the solo. I also love what they do with the orchestrals. In this one particularly, I got vibes similar to where the Corpses Sing Forever by Kara Kangren.
There were 2 pauses where like the riff spaces out and you just get that orchestral theme and it strikes you. The first time was basically the first time the song cleared out.
Yes.
And the second time around it was, I think, shorter, and it also came with the guitar doing the same line over a tremolo picking.
Yes.
So it was a bit more dramatic.
I know they're working with Francesco Ferrini from Flesh God for the orchestrals.
I can hear that.
You can hear that. And that's also probably why it sounds Kara Kangren. Kara Kangren is also a very similar type of orchestral use. I would be curious what Shadow would like if they commissioned Ardek from Kara Kangren for a future album. That would be sick to see.
I mean, I feel like Shadow of Intent is in deathcore, and I know we've had the debate that it's not really deathcore anymore. But I feel like as far as deathcore goes, Shadows is for the genre what Kara Kangren is for black metal, and Flesh God Apocalypse is for death metal. Yeah, it's that thing that just adds horror and cinematic orchestrals, and that makes the genre something else than what it is.
Yes.
Hence all the debates.
Mm-hmm. And last thing I want to say, massive shout out to Bryce.
No fucking shit. Are we done here?
No.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at Windmill very soon.
Corpse is out.
I would have elaborated on Bryce, but he drilled my brain too hard.
Yes.
Maybe in future reactions.
He murdered sleep.
He did.